That's going to be on camera forever.
Start the show. All right, we're good?
All right, cars.
Do we need Gary Newman? We should have started with Gary Newman.
I have a ton of ideas that are all like super related, so I'm just going to go maybe in pairs here. They sort of align that way. One of them was a gas delivery service at home.
Yeah.
They show up. I mean, like they bring oil to your house for oil heat. They deliver groceries. Why can't they deliver gas?
Why don't we keep a tank of gasoline in, like you have a 200-gallon oil tank in your basement. Why don't we have a 200-gallon gasoline tank that we can...
Gas goes bad. Like if you leave it in
that's a good point. But we use so much of it, so...
Right, especially for those who are commuting. And of course, we hope that gas is on its way out, which actually leads me right into the second point, which is why isn't there a mobile charging station, including one that might come to your house? Now, you wouldn't need it at your house because you have your own power outlet, but what about fast charging?
Yeah.
And if you didn't have a fast charger, like for those who maybe live in apartments who don't have fast charger services, what about a mobile fast charging service that comes to your house? You charge up your car as much as you can in 30 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
Same idea. Basically to power up your car, right? Whether it's gas or electric.
Yeah.
So those two are related. And it goes on then to a third related one, which is home window tinting. Come to my house and tint my... I don't want to have to tint the car window. No, yeah, come on. I don't see why not. Why couldn't it be? That's for a different episode. But yeah, why not have a tinting service that comes to your house? Now, I don't know if they have a lot of tools and specialty setups that would require... I've had it done. But you couldn't fit that into a van?
Yeah, here's the biggest problem is cleanliness and so like dust and dirt and pollen and bugs and that's why they typically do it in like their garage, like in a
controlled environment. So, because I was wondering, they do replace your windshields, but the windshield you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. You're just going to wash it off anyway. Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, that for convenience, I could see that being a handy thing.
My first idea for automotive is Seinfeld-esque in that, what's the deal? Why is there not a middle turn signal on a car? To let me know that the person across from me is going to go straight. Because how many times have you come up to like a four-way stop or a two-way stop even? Well, no, I guess it would have to be a four-way stop and know that the person across from you doesn't have a turn signal on. Can I trust that they're going to go straight?
So people who don't use their turn signals, you're afraid that you don't know what they're going to do next.
Yeah, because people don't. I mean, that's half the people out there don't use turn signals or use them well.
Also, why is
there not just like a up arrow in the middle of your car in the front bumper of your car that says "I'm going straight"?
But they still have to activate it.
Yeah, so you go like.
If they're existing non-turn signal users, why would they become one simply to tell you that they're going to go straight?
Well, at least you'd get half of people, maybe. I don't know.
half of the people.
Well, or the people that do use their turn signal. At least you would eliminate and you'd know, oh, he doesn't have his turn signal on. He doesn't have his turn signal on. You'd know that,
You'd know that. I know, but I do agree that it's a problem. I'm not sure if that's the solution. I guess it's not a turn signal.
It's a straight signal.
It's a straight signal. I'm not sure if... I know it is a problem. I don't know if that's the solution. I don't know if there is a solution.
I don't know that it's a real problem. Is it a real problem?
I wish there was a solution to being nice. And so a similar idea floated that was a kinder horn. And I hate the horn on my car. I drive a Golf and sometimes I just want to give someone a quick little burp, like either a thank you or oh, by the way, the light turned green. No, instead, if I give it one of these, it goes burp. I hope that didn't clip. And that just makes me think, no, I want some nice way. I can't like put my window. Why did I roll my window down?
Because you're still back in 1970s South Africa.
I VW. I want some way to just tell someone something nicely without having to like yell out the window, hey, thanks. Or, yo, the light's green, and they turn around and they shoot me.
Yeah.
I don't want to get shot. I want to be nice.
Really?
I want to be nice.
You just want the little toot toot.
I just like a little...
Hey, buddy. Stop looking at your phone. The light's been green for 10 seconds.
You know what? If they look at their phone, I'm more likely to use the real horn. The idea behind this one is they want windshield wipers for the side windows and the rear view mirrors. Now, the side mirrors, I should say, not the internal one. That's one where you use and it never works, and it gets worse and worse the more you clean it, right?
Side mirror.
The side mirrors. Now, I know that expensive cars have the windshield, the light wipers, the headlamp wipers. I know that there are heated ones.
Heated mirrors.
But that doesn't get rid of water.
Right. Is this really a problem? I've never thought, I
have sometimes, now listen,
side mirrors.
It's definitely a problem in the morning when the car, on cold mornings, when all the windows in my car are frosted up and even just fogged up.
Yeah.
It can take a while. Now, if you're in a hurry to get somewhere, and who is not in a hurry first thing in the morning? Yeah. Who is honestly leaving their home with time to spare? No one. And you're out there, you've got your kid, especially with the kids, you've got your kid.
Yeah.
You're in the car, and now it's like, everything is frozen up or misted up, and it's just one of those mornings where the inversion or whatever, the temperature inversion, what are you going to do? And I feel like sometimes, I do agree with that. Is there something that you can use? I don't think a side window wiper is a realistic option.
No.
But is there something, a squeegee, an auto squeegee?
I think the heated mirror is probably the closest.
Heated mirrors, but I really am more concerned with the windows in the car. There's plenty going on with the back and front.
Put the window down and then put it back up.
That only kind of works, and I know that trick. I use that trick a lot, but it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
And I don't know what a solution would look like. Would it be an automatic squeegee thing that comes up and down? Would it be heated side windows? Would that fix anything? Do you have to have air blowing on those windows just like you have on the front? Yeah. There's got to be cars out there. I would think maybe a Maybach that would have that on every window in the car.
Why are car colors so bad?
You think they're bad?
Or not bad, so limited. Why are the 90% of the cars out there are black, white, silver, gray? That's it. Like
white is colors. the most used color.
I like
you do like color. White, I heard, is the most used color for cars.
White hides dirt. Ironically, you wouldn't think it would, but white seems to stays the clean.
Yeah,
white
black cars look
white and
filthy.
Silver and gray.
Yeah,
black is the worst.
Black is the worst.
But no, just why aren't there more colors? And I have this problem across multiple industries. By the way, sneakers is a big one. Now, if you're buying like funky, like if you're buying Vans or Nike Dunks or something, like, okay, there's a lot of colors, but just in like average running shoes and stuff. I don't want to get off topic, but people are afraid of color, I think that's why car colors aren't that, they're not going to sell as much. I'm sure that the car industry knows when we put out a fluorescent green car.
This new color that's out now, it's on the Mustangs, it's on, I think, Kias, if I'm not mistaken, the little SUV.
What color is it?
It's like a bright chartreuse, if you know what the color that is. It's like a green yellow right on the border, almost luminous, almost like the safety vest color.
Yeah.
It's quite cool. It's not quite as bright as that, but it's almost too bright.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like it a lot.
I just want to see more range.
People who want to buy sports cars tend to be more adventurous and they want to be noticed more.
Yeah.
Is that one of the parts to why?
Well, that's why the Corvettes are red, yellow, bright blue.
Toyotas and them, don't want to go that far out there.
Yeah.
They'll only put the bright colors on the sportier, trims.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I like colors. I'd love to see cars more color. The other thing I've thought is, why are cars just one color? The other thing you see around, I mentioned Mini is a good one for this. Range Rover does this, where they get the two-tone, where from the
Subaru
window line up,
you're
getting like the black roof or the white roof.
Right.
Minis
do that.
Pretty popular with
actually,
that.
the Subarus are lower.
I love those split-color cars.
Yeah, that's
cool. But how about just some like cool designs on the car? It doesn't even have to be a solid color.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't we doing stripes or I don't know?
Like the 70s.
Swirls.
They had all those, racing stripes. And,
it's cool.
Don't you miss those things on the back windows of
fins,
those sports?
Those louvers.
The louvers.
Yeah, louvers.
Like, I actually miss those. I have no idea why I miss them.
Yeah.
Nostalgia, I guess. Yeah. But no, I totally hear you. And that's why you see so much custom work now. The colors, I thought, by the end of the 1990s, I really thought, right, they're finally going to turn the corner on these silver, because everything was silver and black and silver and black. And I thought, wow, wouldn't it be cool now if they had metallic copper, metallic gold, metallic bronze?
Iridescent
Did it happen?
colors.
It never happened. Volvo has a beautiful metallic bronze color. Yeah. It's almost copper.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It is so beautiful.
Well, the new Hyundai Santa Fe.
I would wrap myself in that color.
The new Hyundai Santa Fe is this burnt umber kind of orangey.
Love it. And, and it picks up the sun, the sunlight. It's beautiful. At like dusk, it picks up color so beautifully. Volvo, you guys are doing something right. I love it. VW, you guys are doing something right. But I agree. Take more chances.
Bold. Yeah.
Be bold.
Neighborly rideshare bank. Now we have Uber and what's the other one? Lyft. And so
why are there only 2 of those? You think by now there'd be more companies doing it, but okay.
Kind of funny, actually.
Yeah.
So we have Uber and Lyft. Why is there not a service where I can give my neighbors, and when I say neighbors, I don't mean people I know necessarily. I just mean people in my general vicinity within, let's say 15 minutes by car. Why can't I give them a ride and it's for free? And that earns me credit within the system. So when I need a ride, I can book a ride.
Like a paid forward
So
deal.
it's just a pay it forward thing.
Yeah.
So if I go give you a 15-minute ride to the airport, I've got a 15-minute ride. It's just minutes. You just go by the minutes. If you gave somebody a 20-minute ride, you've got a 20-minute ride waiting for you. It's just like a credit system.
And I'm just trying to figure out, like, how would you? So you give someone a ride to work.
Somebody just goes on. Just let's pretend it's Uber,
like an app.
Let's take Uber.
Yeah.
Just exactly how Uber works.
Yeah.
And remove the payment system. And the way you pay is with credit. Now you might be able to pay as well and supplement with.
Now I was just going to say, because
fine,
I know someone who doesn't drive. Or even just people who don't want to drive. Well, you have
there's plenty of people that live in the city.
A one-car household, and you want to have rides. I sort of wonder, maybe they can't return the favor in that way. So, is there a different way for them to pay you, to pay you back? And I sort of wonder.
I don't know. I think for this app, I think there's enough drivers in America that this has legs on its own. Now, that's like for a separate idea, sure.
Like an overall sort of neighbor bank situation where anything you could
humanity credit,
credit.
There's plenty of times where I've needed to get to the airport. It's probably between 20 minutes and a half an hour.
Versus calling an Uber, you mean?
And I can call the Uber, but the Uber is about $50 to do that airport trip. Just one way.
Wow.
$40 to $50, and you tip the guy or whatever.
Yeah.
$40 to $50, and a cab's the same thing, and a car service is more expensive. There's plenty of times where, could I give somebody a ride today to the airport if they needed to? If my neighbor across the street needed a ride to the airport.
Yeah.
If he asked me, I'd be happy to.
Yeah.
Right?
But right there, would you feel like you needed to put that in a bank? I feel like if it's a neighbor who you know, I wouldn't want it. That feels icky to me. But if it was someone in the neighborhood, who I didn't know, where you're just kind of trading off, and it's more of an understanding there, where you're trading favors almost, even though you're not trading, you're actually banking them. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I really do see your point about the whole airport. For example, the airport ride. We actually reserved a ride on Uber for an unusual circumstance, but to get a ride from our house to Boston Logan at 4:30 in the morning.
Right.
At 4 in the morning, they canceled on us. And so we ended up just doing what we would have done if we hadn't had that service available to us, is just piling into the car and then paying for the car to have long-term parking.
Which is expensive as all get out.
It's expensive. It's a lot of money. And either way you cut it. And of course, you couldn't take a bus and then do the other stuff because you've got to cut your
Whereas if
bags
you
around.
knew that you couldn't count on that, you would have booked a car service or something.
Well, we didn't know we couldn't count on it. And I sent Uber a message on that. I mean, like, what the heck? Why are you offering reserved times if the person that you have now appointed to that can just cancel on you?
Yeah.
I know, they don't care. Uber, clean up your act. I mean, what's the point of reserved,
or there needs to be backups in it or something.
There needs to be some backup system.
And where there should be a backup system where the next driver to pick that up, if somebody cancels, say a half hour before, the next driver to pick that up gets paid double and Uber foots the bill.
I like that idea a lot. Are you listening to Uber and Lyft for that matter? Because we were really put out that morning. And I understand it was an early ride, but the guy or the girl who had the ride reserved with their car, they knew what the deal was.
Right, because if I was an Uber driver and I got a notification, I could opt into those
it's a reserved
notifications,
ride, by the way.
and I could opt into the time frames.
Yeah.
If I get a notification, would you pick up an abandoned ride?
Yeah.
Yes, then Uber pays you double.
Like getting paid overtime.
Yeah. You still, as
Yeah.
the consumer, pay the same for the ride.
But Uber should cover for the fact that,
Uber
because
should
right now
cover.
it's just like, sorry, can't help you.
Yep.
And
Uber
it's
should
like, well,
cover,
then why
and
are
you shouldn't
offering-
even know it happens.
Yeah.
The car shows up.
Yeah. But I can see that idea as a bankable, and I really do stand by the idea that it wouldn't just be rides. I think you could maybe start it there, but I could see a lot of stuff for that.
Well, I think like Uber or Lyft could add this tomorrow.
The bankable services community pool, you know?
Yeah.
Is that a pod?
That's it.